My instructor at my yoga class recently, she said, live your life as if everything is rigged in your favor, right? And I was just like, wow, hearing that just validated everything that I'm doing.
Got me on cloud 11, 24/7 is true.
The first thing I wanted to do, okay, so I made you a
What is that?
dog.
Oh my God.
And then
Thuy and Oliver. I love it. And the accent. Okay.
Then the back is based off of your song X's and O's.
Oh, that's so funny because X's and O's is like one of those songs, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I was like, if you want to play tic-tac-toe, we can. Or you can just take it home. But
We could want to do a game? Let's do a game.
Played this version, right?
This version?
It's like there's each grid, and then you have to like get...
Oh, no, I've never played this one. Okay, yeah, we can go. I love it. I can go anywhere though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you have to like win each box, you know?
Yep.
Thinking about the 3D. Okay, my first question though. So since we last spoke, you've grown a lot more. I mean, you even performed at Coachella. You're the first Vietnamese American artist, which is crazy. And then you changed your hair color too.
I did. When you saw me, my hair was black.
Yeah.
And then I went red, and then now I'm like in this like sherbety color for the summer.
Yeah.
Probably go back to red, but I've been loving the hair color. Like, it's just been fun.
When made you choose red in the beginning?
I think just like anytime you enter a new era, when you're like working on a project, you like to change it up, you know, to kind of go with the theme of the next era in your life. And then also, this was like a side note, but like one time I was on Sunset in Los Angeles and I had red hair, but I don't feel like people can really recognize me if like I just had black hair. But I think the red hair made me really like recognizable. Somebody like yelled out the window. They're like, Thuy, I love your music. And I was just like, what? That is so crazy. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna keep the hair for a little bit. You could spot me out, you know?
I think that's like a rule out of like Ice Spice's playbook.
You know what?
Everybody recognizes her with the...
She's like, killing it.
It's definitely like an era thing.
No, like absolutely. There's like a level of confidence that I feel like I'm unlocking just from changing my hair color.
So I know, but like you really don't miss me too much after we interviewed. And
yeah.
You had also mentioned like you're getting more in touch with your feminine side.
Yeah.
You're like figuring out how to actually feel sexy.
Yeah.
How is that going now? And what was the like process of filming the music video?
For Hair Down or for Don't Miss Me Too Much?
Both of them. But Don't Miss Me Too Much, I was like, this is a different Thuy.
It is a different Thuy, and it was a Thuy that I feel like has always been inside of me, but it was just I needed an opportunity to like bring it out of myself, and also the people around me to like pull me out of maybe something that I was already comfortable in. But I feel like I'm always just trying to like push myself further, you know, like especially visually. Like I feel like I'm always trying to get out of something that feels comfortable, and sometimes like what's comfortable for me is like sometimes just like wanting to be in sweats and like doing nothing. But I love being able to just like be in love with my body, because I think that was always something that I struggled with. You know what I mean? As like a little girl, it's like not feeling like I was skinny enough or like I had the perfect body type. And now I feel like, you know, not everything is perfect, because I think like we all deal with our insecurities on different days. But I will say for the majority of my life recently, it's been positive. So I think that's just like where I'm at. It's like being positive in my own body.
I saw on your Instagram story, like everybody has these lows, like,
yeah,
you guys are gonna be okay, because I've been through it too.
Oh yeah.
Like what caused like...
Oh, I know, yeah. I had asked like, sometimes I like to just do like temp checks with like everybody that's following me, because I think it's nice to know like where everybody's at. I like also kind of bonding over that type of thing too, is like, even though I may be feeling good right now, like I know other people are kind of dealing with their own shit. I just wanted to like shine a little bit of light on like things are gonna be okay. When you're in that, you kind of feel like you need to just be by yourself and not do anything. And I also mentioned that I was like, listen, if you have to like hole up in your room and rot away and not talk to anybody for however long, that's fine. You know, like I've done that so many times. I still do that from time to time, because I think it's important to just be alone and kind of process your own feelings yourself, instead of like, you know, it's good to talk to other people as well, right? But I think sometimes these things you kind of just have to deal with internally. And then when you feel like you're ready to talk about it, that's up to you as well. But I think like people always think that, oh, you have all these followers, oh, you like are doing Coachella, you're doing all these things, like your life is perfect. Like that's actually not true at all. Like I feel like I'm like a dog mom. I do nothing. I like outside of this, I'm so grateful to be here too. Like my hairstylists like, what the hell, this is like your job, you get to go perform, and that's like so much fun for me. Like I love doing that, I love connecting with people, but at the end of the day I am just like a girl at home wearing sweats, hanging out with her dog, going on hikes, doing hot yoga, doing all these things to help my mental space, you know. So it's not always like I go through the same things as everybody does.
Yeah, I mean, like, you use sports as therapy too, right? Like,
Yeah.
you used to wrestle.
I used to wrestle.
Pickleball, I've heard you're really into right now. Did you
Okay.
put a tournament together yet?
So I haven't put a tournament together, and I've kind of been a lazy pickleball goer.
Okay.
And I think my skills are dwindling. I'm not as good as I was anymore, so now I'm kind of bored of it. But now my new thing is hot yoga. Like I just love it. I'm probably gonna go and stretch in a little bit, and like I just feel like it's been so good for my mental state. Like I feel like
into the yoga though.
how did I get into it? So my choreographer actually was like, hey, you know, as we're prepping for Coachella, I think it'd be really good for you to start hot yoga. And at first I was like, I don't want to do it, Sadie. And I was kind of scared because I think going into any new territory is always scary. But I was like, okay, I think I'm going to grow from this. Also, like Coachella is really hot, you know? So I was like, I think the heat will help me. Yeah, I'm preparing myself. Yeah, it's like all the whole prep thing. Yes. And then, you know, I've been doing it even after Coachella's been done because I just feel like it's been so good for me to just like have my time to sweat, be in tune with my body.
Well, it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's like you already know.
For anyone listening, it does go for you.
Would you recommend that over pickleball?
They're so different because pickleball is just like fun. You're just like a little kid, you know, and like it's literally brings you back to like the tetherball days, you know, when you used to like be in elementary school and play these games with your friends. But yoga is more like a me thing. You take what you want out of that.
Meditative for you?
It is meditative for me. Like once you get to a certain state of just being like so exhausted from the heat, and then you're like in this pose, you're holding it, the instructor's like guiding you through it all. It's like you're kind of just trusting in yourself that like
You can do it.
you can do it. And it is a mental thing, and it helps a lot with your mental toughness.
Like even beyond just preparing for Coachella in the sense that it's also hot, I feel like, because you also mentioned last time we spoke that like something you were getting used to was like being aware of the stage. Did yoga help you in that way too?
Yeah, balance. Oh my gosh.
Like being aware of like your
Yes,
body and, like,
yes.
the space it's taking up?
Yes, absolutely. And like I'm not a yogi at all. I struggle every class that I take, but I always know that like I get so much better with like my balance every time I get in there, and obviously like physically balanced, right? But like mentally balanced as well. So I just love it overall. It's just so good for you. It's like so good for you if you live a lifestyle that's just like so fast paced and you just need some time to slow down. I really enjoy it. So I would recommend it. So maybe hot yoga. You should try it. It's always, you should just try it. You should try everything. Like try everything. You might.
I have too many side quests actually.
Oh, you do?
I finished. So like I don't remember if you remember, but I'm in pharmacy school. And I
Yeah.
just finished my next year. So
Wow.
it's not all done. So
That's amazing. That is so amazing.
But
That's crazy.
for Coachella, like since now I feel like you're a lot more comfortable on stage and like you even want to like become this full performer. Was there anything that like surprised or shocked you when you were there? And like what are you excited for today? Because this is your second
Head in the Clouds, yeah. But this is my first time actually in New York, though, for Head in the Clouds. Coachella was amazing. I didn't expect there to be so many people. I will tell you that, because I always get like that at every show that I have. I'm always just like, I don't know, like people are over me. People, I don't know.
You sold out like Canada.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm.
You went to Vietnam.
Yeah, but then every time I finish that, I'm always like, okay, are people gonna want to come see me again? So I think that is always a shock to me when I see how many people showed up for me. Like Gobi tent, like people were spilling out of the tent, and it was crazy. Like right up until I got on stage, I asked my team member, I said, hey, are there people out there? And he was like, people are starting to show up. And I was like, that means no one's there. So then I was like, I had low expectations for everything. But then when I hopped on stage and I saw how many people were there, I was like, wow, like my community really showed up for me. And I am just grateful that they have fun when they come watch me.
On purpose so that you would have.
I don't think so. No, I think people were really trickling in. No, yeah, absolutely. Today I'm excited to just continue having fun. Like I feel like where I'm at right now is like, not that I'm not nervous, because I do get nervous sometimes, but I feel like I'm just having fun. Like I'm literally
on the rope, so now you can like
yes.
yourself, let's go on the stage.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'm not nervous to prove who I am to people. Like, I'm kind of just like, this is me. Like, you know, I'm going to go up there and do my thing. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm like, I think I stopped caring. I think you stop caring because you like do this so much that it's like, this is what it is, you know? My instructor at my yoga class recently, she said something that really stood out to me. And it's funny because I'm already living it, right? Because I feel like I always live this. The quote was, live your life as if everything is rigged in your favor, right? And I was just like, wow, hearing that just validated everything that I'm doing. And I'm already doing it because I live my life as if luck closely follows me and that everything's always going to work out for me. But then to hear it in the times that you need it the most meant a lot to me. And like, it's been a quote that I've been holding on to a lot. And I do that often. Like out here.
Still see 111?
I see, yes. Actually on the way here to New York, like 111. We were almost late to catch our flight. But I kept seeing 111. I was like, it's fine. Everything's going to work out. And everything always works out. Like there's no point in stressing about it. I mean, unless you're like really cutting it close. Yeah. And we were really cutting it close. But everything just, I don't know. Everything always works out. And I think that just like, you kind of just roll with the punches, you know? And I think that that's where you can enjoy life a little bit more because you're not hung up on things that in a sense are in your control, but then it's like you're already late, so it's kind of out of your control, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so aside from like making the flight to New York, what else are you manifesting or like dreaming of doing next? You're working on your album right now.
I'm working on my album. I am dreaming up a really dope collab, and we have some talks, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx myself, but I just, yeah, there's going to be some dope mixes of...
Oh my gosh, wait, speaking of collaborations, yeah, so last time we talked, I also mentioned like, would you ever put your parents in any of the tracks?
Uh-huh.
Are you still thinking of doing that?
I think it would be really dope to have them do like an interlude or like
that's
something, you know what I mean? To talk, like, I think it's so cool to like show that part of you, especially like in something that is going to live on forever. So yeah, I'm so down. That was a great idea.
I'm like waiting. I'm like excited. All right. I only have a few questions left because I don't want to keep you forever. But I also just wanted to say, I think it's really cool that you're performing at 88 Rising too, because I feel like the predominant audience is Asian American, but it's cool because I don't think that you're getting like alienated or like tokenized here because everybody here is like Asian, but like you're here as like an R&B singer. And
I
like,
love
I'm
that.
not
Thank
sure
you.
You know, like at Soul Bloom, it's like you're definitely one of the most talented R&B artists out there, but it's like I think like your Asianness comes through because at Soul Bloom, like a lot of the artists there are like Black.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cool that you're here and like you get to share your discography, but also be recognized as just like, oh, just like human. Like,
I love that. Yeah. No, I feel like everybody here loves to have a good time, no matter who you are. Like, they could not know me, but they just love good music and good vibes. Yeah. So that's what I will say about Head in the Clouds. Like, everybody's just so nice. Like, everybody's just here to have a good time.
How does this one compare to how you're feeling for the first?
I think the first one, it was my second festival I've ever done. So there was a lot of nerves there. I was like, no one's actually gonna show up, you know? But again, they showed up for me. And so I know that like Head in the Clouds is always just gonna be a fun concert. Like people here are just like ready to have a good time. And I don't know what to expect today, to be honest, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Well, are you keeping it low, high, or you just have none?
My expectations are always just like very balanced.
Are your parents here for this too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, back in the day. They're here in spirit. No, they would, trust me, if I invited them and like, handled that, they would come in a hot minute. Yes, absolutely, on Facebook Live. Everything.
How was like going to Vietnam with your dad though?
That was so much fun. At first I was kind of stressed out because I was like, oh no, like, doing international stuff is always stressful, especially touring, right, for the first time. But I was really appreciative once he was already there. Like, wow, this was really cool to share this moment with my dad. And then also he brought my uncles that I haven't seen since I was like 15. And they live in the village area of like Vietnam, like or the countryside. And so for them to come into the city to watch me perform, that was really cool. So in hindsight, I was like, wow, thank you, Dad, for coming. Like it meant a lot to me. Yeah.
But I just actually wanted to give you the time to speak about the upcoming album because I want to help promote that.
Love it.
So,
yeah.
But, like with Don't Listen Me Too Much and Hair Down, like you're entering this new era. what do you want to say to like your loyal fans? Like, what should they expect on their rise?
Yeah. Well, Don't Miss Me Too Much is not going to be in the album. That was like a 3-piece that I just did for fun because I'm just crazy and I was just like, let's just do it. So Hair Down is the first single off the new project. And honestly, they can just expect a lot of experimenting. Like, I'm experimenting with my voice, learning to use it in ways that I've never done before. Because, like, I can sound pretty, right? Whatever. Everyone always says, like, oh, you have, like, this angelic voice. I'm like, cool, that's dope. But at the same time, I want to, like, play around with my voice more. Because I think that is the cool part about being an artist. You can go out up on the mic and, like, try different tones. Like, do more of a talking, rapping, like, vibe, you know? So I think they can just expect a lot of different sounds. Working with a lot of, like, new producers, too. So that's, like, a new element. And just, like, a more elevated Thuy, I'd say.
Elevated.
Yeah. But still, I would say elevated, but still me. Like, it's still very much me. Like, the music video we did for Hair Down was, like, incorporated a lot of dogs, you know? Because I'm like, that's true to who I am. So at the end of the day, it's always going to be true to who I am, but it's always going to be an elevation from what I did last. Yeah.
That's perfect. You're really exciting.
Thank you so
The
much.
music video was really cute.
It was
had,
cute.
Like, 2000s energy.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
It always finds its way.
Does it?
Seeping right through, yeah.
You're
Is
like,
that my
guys, get
intention?
ready, it's Y2K.
Yeah, I know. I know. I feel like,
I feel like I'm bringing low rise back.
the fuzzy thong.
Yeah,
That was, see, that was me experimenting. I was like, fuck it. Okay. My style was like, I have this. I don't know. I said, put it on me.
Oh my God.
Well, I put it on myself, but, like, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
so much.
You're welcome.